going on, everyone? Welcome to the Power of I Am. I am Eric. I am all that is. I am love. I am perfection. I am always chosen. I am everyone's top priority. No one is better than me. No one compares to me. Claim it. Alright, first, if anyone wants to work with me, the link is in the description. If anyone wants to join the membership channel where you have weekly access to the live streams, I should say, not weekly access, I should say access to the weekly live stream, where if you have a question, I'll always have an answer, as well as exclusive videos that are only on that side. The link is in the description. Alright, so today I want to talk about something else. I like coming up with different perspectives. So today I want to talk about the snitch. There's a snitch in manifestation, guys. There's a snitch. To those viewing me from different countries, they're like, what's a snitch? What is that? You know, everyone has different lingo, different words, terms. Tattletale, we should say. Tattletale. But here in America, it's the snitch, right? Snitches get stitches. Fortunately, if you snitch, your manifestation might need some stitches. What do I mean by that? Eric, I think I know where you're going to go with this, Eric. You talk about old awareness all the time. I get it. I've studied the law, now I've studied you. I get it now. No. The old awareness, you know, the ego, that masculine side of your mind, it is not the snitch. In actuality, I must remind you guys again, we are not the mind. We are not the body. We are shapeless, formless. We are all that is. That is our true identity, the I am, aware, the observer of us. We're the whole fucking show. We are the internal. We are the external. Heaven is both inside and outside of you. Right? We talk about the mental plane being the cause, the physical plane being the effect. It's about Christ says in Gospel of Thomas, heaven is both inside and out. If you consume the outside, you bring the dead back to life. Why do you look for the living amongst the dead? A lot of you will look for me. You will never find me. Me is you, your new desired state of being, your new reality, everything. Right? Had to give that quick reminder. So who's a snitch? Let me explain. So, again, I talked about this before, and there's a lot of people that watch me that do not know this, and you can Google this. Our eyes don't even see anything. They're only bringing in light, right? And our mind, who's in the dark, and just like scripture says, whatever's in the dark will be made light. Our mind's in the dark, so it's basically just taking in that light, processing it with our senses, and showing us an image of everything we've accepted as true based on what we've already seen from the mental images being provided, right? So basically everything out there is not really there. Like the Matrix, there is no spoon, right? So that's why I say you cannot change it. You cannot change it. And your mind, like in my painting video, will literally filter out things for your truth. Like if you say there's no good, men out there, there's no good girls out there, well then your mind will filter them out. And then because you can only see who you are out there, outside of you, you can only see yourself, you are more often than not, when you do have that good person in front of you, you'll start giving them meanings and seeing them. You'll see the worst in them. The too good to be true, then when's the next shoe gonna drop? Why? Because you cannot run yourself, basically. So back to the eyes seeing. So if your eyes don't see and you're showing a mental image and your mind's in the dark, so it basically takes your word for it. I talked about this in the blind man perspective, right? It basically what you say goes. If you see something you don't like, you can literally say something else is happening. Also, the observer effect, like I mentioned in Clutter video. Whether you're observing it internally or externally, since it doesn't know the difference, what you keep observing will materialize in the external. If you keep observing the fact that you do not have money because you're basically looking at the physical plane as the truth over and over and over again, you keep focusing on the fact that you don't have, I don't have. My bank balance is this, it's this. And not reminding yourself the truth. You're not first seeking the kingdom and then these things will be added on to you. John 3:27, man cannot receive anything that was first given to him from heaven. You're not looking at the internal bank balance or your word if you can't see. I can't see. It doesn't fucking matter. You can speak. So That's why the internal one can't materialize, because you keep focusing on the other one. And then you snitch. So keep in mind again, guys, if your mind, what you're seeing at, does not know the difference, and it's going to take your word for it, there's a snitch. And the snitch can come from, just shifts in awareness. Just a shift. You could be doing the same thing, seeing the same thing, but it's all in the shift. Right? I'll tell you what I mean by that. All right, so let's say there's different ways to snitch. Basically, guys, you know who the snitch is? It's us, the observer. We're the snitch. We snitch on ourselves. It's not the old awareness. It's not the intrusive thought. It's not the feelings. It's ourselves. Because the intrusive thoughts can't manifest anything. The emotions can't. The intrusive ones. They can't unless we accept them. Right? We are the observer. Everything listens to us. So, let's say I'm going to go. There's a few ways to snitch on ourselves, and let me explain. One, if I go within to give myself something, imaginal act. I'm going to go in and give myself an imaginal act. I'm going to go within, I'm going to listen to theta, I'm going to get relaxed, I'm going to breathe through my nose, I'm going to do all that cool stuff, right? Yeah, I'm going to do that. But who's going into it right away? You know how easily you can snitch on it? Remember, your mind does not know the difference. Right? If you watching me right now, if you close your eyes and saw the same image, your mind doesn't know the difference. If you're watching it in your head or up there. Right? It's just accepting it. It's accepting it. It's accepting it. So, now, if you go in to go give yourself something and you go into it trying to make something happen, do you know you're one with the all? Do you know you're one with consciousness? You're the observer. So if you go in with the knowing that I'm trying to make something occur, that's why it's so crucial to know how the fucking game works, guys. Trying to make something occur, right? Then you're basically telling your body, your mind, the observer, all that is. You're basically deciding this is not real. This is not happening because I am trying to make something happen. Right? It's as simple as when you know the internals of truth, then why would you even say that? If you knew you were the truth, why would you say that? Mm-hmm. One second, guys. This is old school Eric here. Okay, now I can yell appropriately. If you knew and actually trusted, if you knew you were all that is, you knew everything came from you, right? Even if you're a beginner, look how you treated your negative imaginal acts. You just gave it to yourself as an experience, right? You didn't go into it like, I'm going to have this inner argument and but it's not real, and I'm going to try to make this happen. I'm going to try to make this inner argument. Hell, I'm going to watch a few YouTube videos. How to manifest that inner argument in 5 minutes, bro. Manifest this inner argument so fast, it'll feel illegal, bro. It'll feel illegal, like you sold your soul to the Illuminati. You'll reality think you're cheating because you've manifested this inner argument so fast. You didn't click on those videos. Oh wait, those videos don't exist. Those clickbait titles do, but those that doesn't exist. Why is that? Why is that? Because we only think we're doing something wrong when it's positive. But we could probably create our own masterclass video. Masterclass, bro. We can create our own masterclass videos for negative shit. And negative inner dialogue, negative affirming. You're affirming when you speak English before the wise guys come in, or German, or French. Whatever comes out of your fucking lips, whatever's in your mind that you're agreeing with, that's affirming. What do I affirm? Anyway, I'm not going to go on a tangent. But for those things, like, really think about it. When you sit there on your couch not being present, and you're thinking about all the fucking nonsense going on and fears, I know for a fact he's with that girl. You didn't go, I'm trying to make this happen. You didn't go, this feels like pretend. I said I know he's with that girl, but I just didn't feel it. Couldn't stay in the state. Couldn't stay in the state of knowing he's with that girl. No, you didn't give a shit. You just gave it to yourself, and you got the fuck out the way. You were completely detached because you didn't want it to happen outside of you, and you didn't give a fuck. You probably, you just gave it to yourself. Like you just gave it to self. You didn't come out of it like, I can't wait for this to happen, right? So I can't wait for this to happen. So if you go into it in the beginning, and you tell yourself, the mind that does not know the fucking difference, that you are one with it, cannot separate yourself from. If you tell yourself, with an awareness, I'm trying to make something happen when I do this, you already snitched on yourself. You're wasting your fucking time. You're wasting your fucking time. It's like, hey, we just experienced this great, this moment. We were intimate with each other. I was with SP. And then you came out, I can't wait for this to happen. Like I tell my members, do you go buy a loaf of bread in the 3D? Remember, all planes of existence are happening now. That's why it's crucial to know how reality works. If all planes of existence are happening now, and you're tapping into the consciousness of the version of you that's already living it, in order to pull his reality here, or her reality here, to make unmaterialized reality turn into matter here. If you go buy a loaf of bread, after you buy the loaf of bread, do you say, oh, I can't wait to go buy a loaf of bread? Do you go buy a loaf of bread and say, I'm going to go try, as you're paying it and as you're putting it in your bag, before you put it in, I'm going to try to buy this. I can't wait to buy this again. I can't wait to do this again after I just did it. I can't wait to buy my car twice. I can't wait to pay this bill again. Anyway, you know what I'm saying. No. So, keep in mind, your mind does not know the difference, so remember that. So whatever you keep observing, it will become normal for you, right? Just like whenever I'm filming or I'm on live streams, that's when my WhatsApp members are like, popping, 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 because that's my awareness, right? So whatever you keep observing will become normal for you. But if you keep observing it internally, and you don't treat it the same as the external. Like, look how you treat the external. That's why it's tough for some people to manifest. You're only manifesting yourself and your awareness and your identity. You're manifesting your identity. That's why techniques don't work and they do work. And that's why they're not sustainable. Because the second you stop doing them, all of a sudden all the reasons why you didn't have something in the first place return. Right? But anyway. So, if you go into it that way, I'm trying to make something happen, you just told your mind this is not happening. And you're in that awareness is not happening. Go into it as an experience, as the truth, because you are the truth. That's why the root of it all is when you understand you're all that is and how reality works, you can literally give yourself an experience anything now. You know where the truth resides, within yourself. You know reality, you don't make reality bend, it bends to you and who you are. Reality adjusts to you. Right? Another way to snitch on yourself is the going into it, trying to make something happen, and I think I already said, you come out of it, I can't wait for it to happen. So you just snitched it. Your mind just literally just thought you just did it. It literally just thought you just experienced it. You were such a deep state, like, oh my God, I was there. And then you came out, wow, I can't wait to do that. I hope you start looking for evidence. Wait, you already did it though. You snitched on yourself. Right? Another way you snitch on yourself is if when the old awareness comes and you hear that intrusive thought that cannot manifest just because you have negative thoughts, you can't control the negative thought. The thought doesn't manifest. It's if you accept it. So if you hear, like if I say, oh my God, that person can't take their eyes off me. Literally, their back is facing me. But if I say, oh my God, that person can't take their eyes off me. And then that voice in your head's like, hey, bro, she's not fucking looking at you, bro. No one looks at you, bro. And if I go, oh my God, she's not. So then it's like you just basically snitch on yourself. Because your mind takes your word for it. It doesn't matter what you're seeing. Your mind takes your word for it. It does not fucking matter what you're looking at. Your mind takes your word for it. So as the observer, always choose everything, again, my main rule, as if it's already the way you would like it to be. Describe everything as if it's already the way you would like it to be. When it comes into mind, describe it as if it's already the way you would like it to be. Right? Another way is when the feelings come in. You literally just decided something with your word. By the way, this isn't just observing with visuals. This is for everything. You just decided something with your word. And then you heard that voice and you say, no, it's not. Now, it's your idea to be like, no, it's actually this way. It's up to you to say, no, it's actually this way. But if you agree with it, like, oh, I feel like this means I fucked up. Okay, you just snitched on yourself again. You just experienced it. You just said you had it. What's there to fuck up? There's nothing to fuck up unless you decided there's something to fuck up. Because based on what you saw out there, you looked at your old filter that can't show you anything new because you listened to Eric. It can't validate you. It can't confirm anything. But then you decided you fucked up. Based on a feeling that's tied to the old awareness of a defense mechanism. You snitched on yourself again. Snitching on self. Remember, your mind does not know the fucking difference. Then the wise guys, like I mentioned this on my live stream, the wise guys, hey Eric, if you say all I do is give it to myself is going to materialize, well, how come I haven't manifested a Bella Danger? How come I haven't manifested this porn star that I've been giving myself internally? I've been seeing myself have sex with this person in my mind. How come I don't have them? You gotta love the gotcha questions, right? Well, fucking, I love checkmating everybody. But anyway, why do you think you don't have the porn star in your life? I know, because when you go out there and you start doing that, you are aware it's a fantasy. You are aware it's not real. That's why you snitched on yourself before it, during it, and after it. You are one with it all. Your consciousness is like water. It will take the shape of anything you pour yourself into. Right? You can't fool it. You can't fool yourself. It's you. So if you're gonna, lay down and light a candle and fantasize about someone, well, you calling it a fantasy. You called it a fantasy before you even began. So that you just told the mind, hey, what we're doing, bullshit. That's why all these casual things that we just put out there materialize so quickly. Because you're not even saying this is real or this is fake. You're just literally giving it to yourself, going about your day, not giving a shit. There's no importance of it. Your mind doesn't know the difference, and you'll start seeing reflections of yourself. In fact, if you guys were more present and not living in your mind at all times, in a past that doesn't exist or a future that doesn't exist, and you were more present, you will see your own consciousness being mirrored back to you. You'll see it in all things. You'll see it everywhere. Pay attention to your surroundings. People mirroring back certain phrases, seeing things on TV shows, hearing from someone you just fucking thought about before, yesterday, whatever. Your consciousness it's always being mirrored back, but we're not present to see it. And if we're not in our minds, we're buried in our phones like this. But anyway, are you snitching on yourself? You're snitching on yourself. Claim something. I am this. Espilame. Okay, your mind just accepted it right now. You're shifted. They love you right now. They love you right now. They do. Until when? Until when? Until you snitch on yourself. Until you start looking at an old image of your mind showing you a filter of what everything you've accepted as true that you have to now deny, the same way we've denied perfection and became aware of shitty things, right? Right? You know how many stories I hear? Oh, things were so great. But because my self-concept sucks and my concept of self sucks and I never address those things, I only focus on the desire. Because I only focus on the desire, I never realized that, okay, well, I still look at the world through the lens and the filter of everyone ghosts me, everyone leaves me. I'm not good enough. So then when the perfection's in front of me, I'm going to be like, too good to be true, huh? They're probably lying, they're probably full of shit. What else? All guys are the same, all women are the same, women are whores, guys are fuckboys, whatever, right? So then therefore that person will start to materialize into that, and next thing you know, you were proven right, and then because we all love to be right, you like to say, I knew it. Yep. The snitch. Another thing, guys. Do you guys realize manifestation is so desired based? So desired focused. Desire focused. I mean, that's all you see. Like, out there, get your SP. 57,000 SP videos in a row. That's all you see out there, right? That's what everyone fucking wants, right? No problem. I don't give a shit. Money, things like that. Life glow ups, cool. But you know what no one talks about, and they probably will now. They will now. But you know what no one really talks about is, and I'll say this all the time, all of you manifests everything about you. You're controlling every aspect of you in your experience. Just like I said, the consciousness is like water. It's so desire based that you forget, you have amnesia, that you're deciding how hard something is. You're deciding how easy something is. You're deciding if you know enough. You're deciding the difficulty level, if this is taking time. Not realize that all time is now. Christmas is now. Thanksgiving is now. You guys got to realize everything is now. You got to accept that. You got to realize you guys are basically God wearing the mask of you, remembering what he already did. Now, really, you hear people talk about this all. Creation is finished. Creation's finished, right? So if creation's already finished, does that mean, that must mean everything already happened? So basically, you're God playing the character of you, remembering what you already did. That's why it's already done. Not going to be. It's not I need it by then. I need it by this date. So we'll just say it's already now. I already have it now. I'm already with them on Thanksgiving right now. Thanksgiving's now. Your birthday's now. Start thinking fourth dimensionally. But anyway, we control all aspects. How easy it is, what your feelings mean, what everything fucking means, because we're only ever reacting to our own definitions. So if you think you don't know enough, you don't. Reality will dumb you down to make sure you don't. You might lose sleep. You might eat something that gives you brain fog. It doesn't agree with you. Right? I gave myself the mind. I told myself I know enough. I told myself my mind is worth fucking millions when I didn't feel educated enough for anything, because I was told my whole life, if you don't have the proper education, you're not going to succeed. You're going to struggle. So therefore I struggled until I decided, you know what, my mind is worth millions. I do know enough. I'm bright, brilliant, and fucking shining. Everything I do is the right move. I always know what to do, how to do it, when to do it, what to say, how to say it, and when to say it. Right? And then I know enough. And everything's fucking easy. And then eventually everything materialized that way. Every move I made was the right move from that state of consciousness. Right? Doing nothing from the correct state of consciousness is better than doing something from the wrong state of fear, worry, doubt. Everything you do is the right move. You'll always take a natural action. Just make sure you're who you are before you do it. So you're not snitching on yourself and wasting your fucking time. You're controlling everything. Someone can know nothing and apply what I say and have conviction of what they're telling themselves. Like, you know what? I got this. There's people that like that. No, I got this. Easy. And they do it. Meanwhile, there's someone that's got to study the law for 27 fucking years. And I got to know everything. I got to be the smart guy. And they can't do shit. They can't materialize anything. Because they're so like, it's gotta be trying to figure out God. Trying to figure out how infinite intelligence works. There's a reason why it's infinite intelligence and we have the monkey brain. We're one with infinite intelligence. So that's why all we gotta do is decide, go straight to the end, and not worry about the middle. It's done. It's a done deal. Everything's already happened. You're remembering what you already did. Right? If you're remembering what you already did, get the fuck out the way. Mind your own business to manifest, right? Stop snitching on yourself. Stop affirming. Right? Stop affirming. I'm trying to do this. I'm setting a timer. I'm trying. Because you can shift to a reality construct of trying. Just decide what's true. Know who you are internally. And don't contradict. And don't contradict by snitching on yourself. This is pretend. The outside is fact. I'm going within. This doesn't feel real. Am I doing it right? Those are all snitching. Your mind doesn't fucking know the difference. So observe, whether it's seeing it, hearing it, speaking it. Observe your desired reality. more than the bullshit one. Because whatever will become normal for you, whatever's normal for you will always make sure it has to be in your life. That's why I did the clutter. The second you decide to clean, it wants to rearrange everything to bring the mess back. The New Year's Eve person, second they start going to the gym, the defense mechanism of emotions, intrusive thoughts, will do anything in its power for you to take an action, for you to stay home and be lazy. Same with the gym goer, it goes all the time. Anything to get them to the gym. So how does the one that's messy become clean? Deny, choose, be. Nope. I'm going to make sure I don't listen to the intrusive thought about throwing it away later. I'm going to throw it away now. The gym goer, nope. We're going. I'm mentally fit now. I'm in the best shape of my life. We're going. Deny. I don't give a fuck if it's raining. We're going. It's the same for everything in your life. Whatever is normal will always try to remain. You have to deny it and choose differently. But when you choose differently, fucking differently, because your mind's, your observer effect is going to observe that person that's going to keep going to the gym. Oh, we go to the gym all the time now. Okay, it becomes normal. So when you start observing something, you want money to show up, you need to start observing the fact that you have money and stop snitching on yourself later. It's not there. That's why I say, even when you pay a bill, say, good thing I always have more than enough. Whenever you interact with anything, do it from the same state of consciousness. Well, Eric, how do I interact with the old world when I have a conversation? Like I told the people in the live stream, the same way you interact with a fucking kid that talks to you about Santa Claus. Do you spiral when a kid talks to you about Santa Claus? Santa's coming down the chimney. He's going to eat my cookies. Right, Mom? Right, Dad? Do you like, oh my God, Eric, I got to book a call with Eric. Oh, my kid, or this random kid that came up to me out of nowhere. He's telling me Santa's coming to town, and what do I do? How do I stay in the state? No, Santa's not coming down the fucking chimney. By the way, disclaimer, I'm sorry if you believe in Santa. I'm sorry. We just ruined it for you. But Santa's not coming down the chimney. You're eating the fucking cookies. You're drinking the milk. And you know that, right? But you're playing along. The 3E doesn't fucking know. That little kid, he's the old story. Doesn't fucking matter. You can tell the kid to his face, hey, guess what? Santa doesn't exist. And you could be that guy. Or you could play along. Yeah, Timmy. Santa's bringing you all the stuff. He's going to eat your cookies. And you know Santa's not coming, right? As long as you know what's true, you can say whatever the fuck you want to say. Your mind's going to take your word for it. If it makes you feel better, when you're done having that conversation, just tell yourself, you know what? Good thing has nothing to do with me. Because I know everything outside of me is the old script. It's everything I've accepted as true, and I cannot change it. I am the cause, therefore, the more I observe the truth within me, it must materialize on the external. And I'm not going to snitch on myself and come out of it and say, I can't wait for that to happen, because it just did. All points of existence are happening now. I'm not going to snitch on myself and say, did I do it right? Because I'm going to observe myself and who I used to be and see how I gave myself bullshit before. I'm going to see it. And I didn't question all that. I didn't snitch on myself for negativity. I didn't snitch on myself. Whenever I said, this bullshit's going to, this is my life, I didn't snitch on myself. I just gave it to myself, went about my fucking day, because it's negative, and man, negativity rules. Positivity, we can't, it can't be. That's how fucked up this world is. You say something negative, feels normal. You say something positive, it doesn't feel right. Gotta stay the same, guys. You gotta decide what's true and stay the fucking same. Eric, you keep saying stay the same. What do you mean by that? Let's go to the Jeff Bezos effect really quick, because then I gotta run. The Jeff Bezos fucking effect. Okay, we all know who Jeff Bezos is, right? And by the way, you can implement this for anything. I'm not a billionaire, Eric. Doesn't fucking matter. Pay attention. Jeff Bezos, a billionaire fucking guy, right? Do you think if someone goes up to Jeff Bezos, hey, Jeff Bezos, we just lost $10,000 today. How do you think Jeff Bezos is going to see that? He's going to be like, well, it doesn't fucking matter because I make $10,000 when I take a shit. So, whatever. So, Jeff Bezos stays the same identity. The fucking billionaire guy, right? And then, what if some guy goes, hey, Jeff Bezos, we are up 10,000 today. Is Jeff Bezos going to pop champagne, do cartwheels, call his friend? Oh my God, it worked. No, he's going to look at it like, why are you telling me this is fucking normal? Of course I made fucking $10,000. I make $10,000 when I shit. normal for me, right? And then what about if Jeff Bezos, the computers are down one day, like, hey Jeff, we can't tell if you're going up or down. It appears nothing is happening, bro. It appears nothing is happening at Amazon. Well, Jeff knows who the fuck he is, and it doesn't matter. He knows whether he could see the Amazon numbers or not. He knows everything is still happening. People still buying shit. Sales is still going. So he's like, well, I don't care because I know who I am. I know my success. I know I have the money. I know this. I know who I am. Whatever. What else is fucking new? I don't need to physically see it. So Jeff Bezos basically stays the same identity regardless of what he's seen outside of themselves. He's independent of the 3D defining him. He knows he's got it whether he sees it or he doesn't. He knows he's got it where the numbers showing he's losing, he's still seeing victory. Where the numbers are showing victory, it's fucking normal. Now, if you apply that to everything you claim is true right now, you allow reality to continue to materialize your identity at all times because you're making it normal for you and you don't need the outside to validate or confirm it, right? So, because reality materializes identity and it materializes all of it. So, decide who you are right fucking now. Know yourself as all it is. Make a fucking decision. And because you know that the mind's going to take your word for it regardless of what you say or see, it thinks it's happening now. Don't come in and snitch on yourself when you hear your old ego telling you something opposite. Don't agree with it. Because if you agree with it, if you agree with the intrusive thought, then you just snitched on yourself. If you go into it, I can't wait for it to happen, you just snitched on yourself because it's already happening. If after it, it feels like pretend, or you go into it pretend, or a fantasy, or anything. Don't snitch on yourself if your mind does not know the fucking difference. It's done. All planes of existence are happening now. Understand that your eye, your mind sight, is the eye of fucking God. Alright guys, I'm done. Whoever will understand this will understand it. Whoever will try to find more gotcha questions out of it will fail, because I'll always have an answer. Alright guys, I know you're having a great day. Great fucking video coming up soon for you guys on the public side. It's coming. I know you're having a great day, but just in case, I'll assume it to be great.